All right, we are live. Hi, everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday. We are going to be making some Thin Mints today. I'm so excited. We are going to be using a recipe from Sally's Baking Addiction. It is in the description. Let me mute this. Just wanted to make sure everything was going okay there. And yeah, I'm excited to try them. I recently learned and was talking about this in my last live on YouTube that a bunch of the Girl Scout cookies are something that have had a ton of icky ingredients in them. And why does this look like this? Hang on one second. Why is the quality of this so great in here and so terrible on my computer looking at the stream? It looks all right, hang on. Let's see if we can't adjust the sharpness here and get rid of auto. Exposure. Is that any better? Why does it look like that? Is it just my computer? Let me pull this up on my phone and see if it looks like that there too. No, it looks just as crappy on the phone. Why is it doing that? Hi, House Cow. How are you? I'm trying to figure out why my camera looks so beyond blurry all of a sudden. No, that's not better. That's worse. For sure. Why does it look like that? I guess that's a little bit better. That's so strange. It looks so crappy from here. Does the camera look blurrier to you than it normally does, House Cow? I know you've been here for other lives. This looks so blurry to me when I pull up the stream on my computer. And it shows the playback is in 1080. Well, let's get some music going in the meantime. Okay. Posted in the Discord server that we're live. We're gonna be making Thin Mints today. The recipe is available here. I just don't understand why it looks so normal in here and looks so crappy in. So they've all just looked like this and been blurry. Something is wrong with my output, for sure. Something is wrong with my output for sure. I'm gonna have to have Funky take a look at this and see what I did wrong, because my camera has apparently been this blurry for all of the live streams, so it's not going to look any different to you guys, but it looks like dog crap. Oh my gosh, it's so blurry. I can't believe it's looked like this for every single stream and I didn't notice that, because it looks completely fine in Streamlabs and it looks terrible here. No wonder we're not doing better on YouTube. This is awful. Wow, this is really frustrating. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Hi VP Intercity, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Why is this so blurry? What is wrong with the output of this stream that it looks like this? Call me, just call me. 1920 by 1080, 60 FPS. Streaming bitrate is 6,000. Why does it look like that? I don't know. Oh well, it is what it is. But we are going to move to the kitchen and be making some homemade Thin Mints. I learned recently that the Girl Scout cookies have had some suspicious ingredients that are not super great for you. And I'm excited to try this recipe and see if they turn out like the store-bought Thin Mints. You can also type !menu to get the details. All right, so we're going to go ahead and switch out there to the kitchen, where hopefully the camera doesn't look as bad. But it is what it is. All right. Let's do it. Okay, so I've never made this recipe before. I'm hopeful that they will turn out good. Let me grab this charger for my phone, which is at like 17%. Okay. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to hit the like button on the live stream. Okay. So essentially what we have to do, it looks like, is make the cookies and bake them, and then they get dunked in some melted chocolate with vegetable oil and peppermint extract. All right, this looks much better than this looks much better than the Office did, but still kind of green. Okay, so we need to mix together butter with granulated sugar, and then we're gonna add in egg, vanilla extract, and peppermint extract. Sift together flour and cocoa powder, baking powder, and salt. Mix the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. And then we're gonna roll the dough out and cut them, and then it's gonna chill for a little bit in the freezer. You can also chill in the fridge. And then we are going to preheat the oven, bake them, and we are going to make the chocolate situation that goes on the top. And a reminder, guys, while we're getting ready to make this recipe, if you haven't liked the live, please like the live. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We're working really hard to build all the watch time we need to get monetized. We went up 15 hours overnight, so we're slowing down a little bit in terms of our pace, but we're doing really well. We're building watch time every single day. This is day... This is day 18, I believe, of posting a video every single day. Tomorrow, the weekly report will come out. Weekly report, like a little vlog check-in. And Monday, a night in my life off stream comes out. So I'm excited for that. Okay, so we need to get together some unsalted butter, 3/4 cup, which is 1.5 sticks of butter. And we're gonna mix that with 1 cup of sugar in the mixer. So let's go ahead and get that going. Get out the mixer bowl from the clean dishwasher. I hope everybody's been having a great day so far. Get the KitchenAid here. I appreciate so much anybody who's hanging out, even just lurking in the live stream, watching while we're live and watching the videos on the Path to Monetization playlist are all helping us so much. 12-hour on YouTube today, brother. After a 12-hour on the purple side yesterday, ain't no way, ain't no way. How's it going, Adam? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hi, LHR. How's your day going? Yeah, ain't no way. Girl's tired. I went to bed last night. I didn't sleep long enough. We went to bed at like 3. I got off stream last night around like 1-ish, 12:30 to 1, somewhere in there. And then hung out with Sham Boogie for a little while. And just like decompressed and cleaned up. We had some pizza. We watched some YouTube. We went to bed. I think I fell asleep in the living room around 2:30. Funky woke me up around 3 and we went to bed. I didn't sleep long enough. I did take a nap this afternoon on and off for like an hour and a half. Made myself some lunch, and here we are. I'm tired. How are you? I'm tired, but it's okay. It's okay. After the stream today, I'm going to be working on tomorrow's YouTube video. Monday's video is already done, but I promised that tomorrow's video would be the weekly check-in, so I got to work on that. What have you been up to today, Adam? Hi, Alchiron. 12 hours. We did 12 and a half hours yesterday. We did 12 and a half hours yesterday. Woof. I'm excited. If these turn out well, maybe we'll do a series of making a bunch of the different Girl Scout cookie recipes. What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie, everybody? Funky's favorite are Thin Mints, so I'm excited to try these first. Particularly, he likes his Thin Mints to be chilled or frozen. So I'm excited to see how these turn out. I hope they turn out good. I really, really do. We'll see. All right. So this is 1.5 sticks of butter. Both resting tonight. Did some DoorDash. Spent it all on cat food and gas. Amazing. You start your job on Monday, right? Oh my gosh. Did Funky leave this in? He did. Funky left the leftovers of this in the microwave. Oh my. All right, we're gonna soften that butter. And then we need 1 cup of granulated sugar to mix in with this. So let's get the sugar out of the pantry. But yes, resting this evening. Very excited. Got up this morning, made Funky some lunch. Contrary to popular belief, I do feed my husband. Hi, Brock. Hi, Dana. How are you guys? And then doom scrolled on my phone for like 45 minutes and napped on and off for an hour and a half. Sent a gazillion thank yous for everybody and all their generosity yesterday. And updated our community Discord server. Watched a little bit of Ice Cream Posse. As a former Girl Scout, I like them all. Heck yes. I like tagalongs or whatever they're called now, the peanut butter patties. They used to be called tagalongs. I also really like Thin Mints and Samoas. All right, that's good enough. I don't want it to be fully melted. I just want it to be softened. All right, so that's 12 tablespoons of butter. And then we need 1 cup of granulated sugar. But yeah, very glad to be resting this evening. We're gonna be playing some Fortnite tomorrow. Resting this evening. Got to get some videos done after this. And yeah, we have a ton of leftovers. We still have 4 pieces of pizza. We still have a salad. We still have half of a casserole dish of taco rice casserole and half of a casserole dish of the Marry Me chicken pasta from earlier this week. So your girl's not cooking tonight, which I'm glad. Nervous AF, you got this though. It's gonna be so good. Potentially. It depends on what time everybody ends up playing, Adam. Potentially. I don't know if Funky's gonna want to play games tonight or if he's gonna chill. I'll see how I feel after getting everything I have to get done. But I don't know what his plan for the night is. If he's playing games, then probably. All right, so we want this to be nice and light and fluffy, like this. So we got the butter and the sugar mixed together. Good, how are things? Things are all right. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. All right, we need 1 egg, and then we need some vanilla extract and some peppermint extract. I need to put eggs on my grocery list. We only have this one and 1 more. I was a Girl Scout in elementary school. Me too. Me too. There were some different cookies back then, though. Well, there weren't as many cookies back then, I should say. Now there's more cookies than there used to be, and they've changed the name of some of them. Depends on whenever NMD gets home. Yeah. I know Silver's not playing. She's at the shop today. Okay, we need our peppermint extract. And we need vanilla extract. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of vanilla. And then a teeny little bit of peppermint. I'm actually gonna measure the peppermint because I don't wanna go overboard. Vanilla, I don't mind, but peppermint, if you go overboard, it'll taste like toothpaste. All right, so a 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint. Hi, house cow. So, recapping, we have 3/4 of a cup or 12 tablespoons of softened butter. We have an egg, and then we have a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a 1/4 teaspoon of peppermint extract. We're gonna get this mixing until it's fully combined. And we're gonna put our extracts away, and we need to get all of our dry ingredients sifted together. So we need flour and where's my cocoa powder? Oh, it's over there. If I remember correctly, it was either 5th or 6th grade. Yeah, I was a Girl Scout in like 2nd or 3rd grade through like 5th or 6th grade. It was a brownie, is what they called it back then. All right. So here's the consistency after mixing in the egg and the extracts. It smells delicious. All right. So then let's scoot this off to the side. And we need to mix, we need to, what's it called? Sift together flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, and then add in some salt. So, we got flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, and then we need a fine mesh sieve and a bowl to mix them in. All right, we got fine mesh sieve, and we need a mixing bowl. We'll use this pretty one from the dishwasher. Okay. All right, so we got our mixing bowl. We got that. How much flour do we need? 1.5 cups. Okay. This is a 1/2 cup measuring cup, which is perfect. So we'll spoon and level our flour into there. Hi, Caps. How's it going? Happy Saturday. Hi, Mortal. How was the rest of your birthday? Well, I guess it was kind of over technically when we were all done with games, but all right, we need a spoon and a knife. I wish I still had the sash because I had so many badges. Oh my gosh. Do you remember what any of them were? I don't really remember any of them. I do remember I got a bunch of badges and I had the sash and my mom never like ironed them on. So I just had the sash and none of like the opportunities to wear it. Okay, that's 1/2 of a cup of flour. We need 2 more of those to equal 1.5 cups. I'll take a dozen, bet. Worked and then took a nap, had Chipotle, played music. Well, sounds like a great day. How did the rest of stream go last night? It was good. We were on until about 12:45 last night. So we did 12.5 hours. Okay, that's 1.5 cups. And then we need a 3/4 cup of cocoa powder and a teaspoon baking powder. Flour back in the pantry. All right. And I have a 3/4 cup measuring cup. That we will use. Okay. I wish I remembered. Yeah, I don't remember that far back. Well, that's why I didn't swap Fridays to have it off and said my coworker has high school age kids whose birthday it was this week. I wasn't going to ask that. Oh, that's nice of you to let your coworker be with their kiddos on kiddo's birthday. That was a kind thing that you did. All right, so we're sifting the flour to get out all the clumps. We're gonna do the same thing with the baking powder and the cocoa powder. And we're gonna whisk everything together. What is that? Hang on 1 second. Groot, Rocket. What's that noise? Hey, what's that noise? Where's Rocket? Why does it sound like somebody's choking? Rocket? Where's your brother? Where's your brother? Huh? Rocket? Where are you? Where's your brother, Groot? Hey. Is Rocket in here? Are you stuck somewhere? Rocket! Where's your brother? Huh? You in there? Do you have a toy? Why does it sound like somebody's choking? Are you guys okay? You both look fine. Giving me a heart attack for no reason. Bet you're tired? I am. I did take a nap today though, which is good. Okay. We need 3/4 cup of cocoa powder, which we're gonna also sift to get the clumps out. Anybody doing any baking or cooking this weekend? I gotta figure out what we're gonna have for dinner tomorrow night, but tonight is definitely a clean out the fridge leftovers night, and I'm very excited for that. We have lots of yummy leftovers. It can kind of be just heat whatever you want up. Go for it kind of night. And then we need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Put the lids back on these and put them back. Yeah, he's fine. I don't know. They must have been playing with something. It sounded like somebody was choking. But they appear completely fine upon checking on them. So must have just been playing with something weird. All right, so we're gonna sift these together and then we'll add in some salt and whisk the dry ingredients. Trying to get all those clumps. Groot, get off the counter, okay? Can you get down? Can you get down, buddy? Rudy, get down, please. Thank you. All right. We need a little bit of salt. And then we're gonna go ahead and whisk together the dry ingredients and start combining them with the wet ingredients. So in here again, we have flour, cocoa powder, baking powder and salt. Can Funky sleep in? No, Funky had to work today. We got up at about 9:30. I got up with him and made him some lunch. And then I did a couple things, doom scrolled for a little bit, and not even gonna lie, I napped on and off for an hour and a half. Sent a bunch of thank yous and talked to my mom for a while. And had some lunch, fed the kitties, and now I'm here. All right, we're gonna mix this together slowly. What's work? Well, you're about to know in about a day and a half. Every step I take, the world spins my way. Didn't make funky food? I absolutely did. I absolutely did. I made him a ham and turkey wrap with lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickle, and mayo and mustard for lunch. All right. Funky, blink if you're starved. He's at work. All right, last little bit of the dry ingredients. Cocoa powder is so dusty. Excuse me. Ready for book club? I haven't finished the book yet. I have all this week to finish it though. All month long, I was like, I'm more than halfway through the book. I'll be fine. I have plenty of time to finish it. And now it's like a week before book club and I'm like, I haven't read the book. I was ahead at the beginning of the month and then I just was like, oh, I'm fine. Making Thin Mints easy? I don't know. I've never made them before. This is my first time making them. We're using a recipe from Sally's Baking Addiction. I've never had a recipe of hers steer me wrong. So I'm excited for that. Basically, you mix the dough, chill it, roll it out, cut them, bake them, and then they get coated in chocolate with peppermint extract mixed in. Okay, so our dough looks like this, kind of like a brownie batter cookie. And we're gonna pop this dough in the freezer for a few to chill before we roll them out, I think. Yeah, I think it'll be easier to roll them out if we chill it first as opposed to cutting them and then chilling them. So let's pop the mixing bowl in the freezer for a few. Did you start the book over? No, I haven't. I don't think I need to, actually. I remember more than I thought, so I'll be okay. It's a fast read, but I need to get it done before book club so I have time to make discussion questions. So I gotta finish it by middle of the week this week. All right, so we're gonna wrap the cord back up on this. And since we have some time while that is chilling before we cut it, we're gonna do a little mise en place for putting everything in its place for the baking process. Oh, shoot, I didn't realize this wasn't locked. Lock that back down. Okay, I'm gonna get out 2 sheet pans. We're gonna line each of them with parchment paper for the cookies. And then we're gonna get the oven preheated for baking. You wanna do my homework for me? No, not really. Thanks though. I'm all right. Okay. We're gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to get the ingredients for the chocolate coating measured out and ready to melt. And then we're also going to get the stuff ready to roll and cut them. So we need chocolate, either chocolate chips or chopped chocolate, some vegetable oil, and then some more peppermint extract. So I have a bag of chocolate chips. I also have actually a little bit in this bag, so we're gonna do some of each because my bag is a little bit too small. We need about 14 ounces of chocolate. This is 11 and a half. So I'm just gonna melt all of what's left in this bag and this bag. So it may end up being a little bit more, but that's okay. We're gonna use this big liquid measuring cup for this. I did, and I remember like, oh, I read this. Yeah, I feel like I don't need to really start it over. I think I'll be okay. These are big chocolate chips. These Ghirardelli ones? Wait, hold on. Okay, in comparison, the big one is a Ghirardelli chip and the small one is a Nestle chip. Are these minis? No, they're normal size. That's so strange. I'm gonna start getting the Ghirardelli ones. These are a little more expensive, but they're giant. How's the baby doing? Are you showing yet? Not really. At the end of the day, after I've eaten a bunch, I'm a little bloated, but not really showing. The baby's doing fine. Thank you for asking. All right, a little bit of peppermint extract. Oh, that shot me in the face and got in my eye. Ow, ow, ow. Got like in the very corner of my eye. And then we need half a teaspoon of vegetable oil. So I'm gonna just eyeball. That should be good. Ghirardelli are the better snacking chips. Got it. Yeah, they're bigger size, which is interesting. All right, so that is all ready to go to melt down. We're gonna pop this in the microwave. How many weeks are you? I am 10 and a half weeks. And we'll be 11 weeks on Monday. So I'm almost through the first trimester. So not really showing yet. And my sister started to have like a tiny little bit of a bump certain days. So like I have like a little tiny bit that like protrudes just a little bit, but not really. Not like if I was wearing a big t-shirt like this, like you wouldn't, and you didn't know I was pregnant, you wouldn't guess that I was pregnant. So not a lot. I got butter, probably beer creamer, and brown butter chocolate chip creamer in the fridge. Yum. Okay. Let's see here. What else can we do for prep? Actually, here's what we're gonna do. I need to make some more vanilla extract. So we're gonna cut open these Tahitian vanilla beans, and you guys are gonna get a bonus recipe, and we're gonna make some vanilla extract because I'm running low and it's time to make some more, because if I don't, I'm not gonna have any. I'm not gonna have any for a while. I am gonna have to go back to store-bought for a little while because I kept not making it. Found mini Charleston shoes at Five Below today. Oh, I haven't had one of those in forever. All right, so what we're gonna do is cut these open, and we're gonna put a little slit through each vanilla bean. I actually have a short on my channel that has the recipe for how to make these, how to make vanilla extract. So I will post that in the video description in case anybody wants it. I'm gonna use this Bacardi Reserve rum that's been sitting here that Funky doesn't really care for, and I obviously cannot drink. So we're gonna do that so that we have the alcohol for it. We're gonna take these vanilla beans. We'll do 3 of them. Bonus stream. Wait till you feel the kicking. That's not gonna happen for a little while. We're still a pretty long ways out from being able to feel the baby kicking. But absolutely, very excited for that. All right, so taking my paring knife and putting a little slit in the vanilla bean just to activate the vanilla bean paste throughout it. We're gonna take these and put them in our jar, and then we're gonna pour this in there. And then every week we'll shake it for a couple of months. Mortal Adam actually already asked me that. I'm not sure. It depends on what time everybody ends up playing. I'll see how I feel after I end up getting my videos done after stream. Potentially. I'd like to play for at least a little bit, but oh, that is strong. All right, so we covered that with our Bacardi Reserve. Put that lid on, give this a shake, and then we'll shake it once a week. The longer you let vanilla extract sit, the better. So I need to actually go ahead and label this so I know what date I made it. Nope, this is actually Bacardi Reserve rum. This is Bacardi Gran Reserva Diez, aged 10 years, extra rare gold rum. Somebody, I think Funky bought that, and then somebody gave him a different one as a birthday gift last year. So we're gonna put Bacardi Reserve vanilla, and today is 3/21. Put this label on it, and I need my tape. Does it matter what alcohol or just that it's dark? I've actually done several different alcohols. That's a great question. The first time I made vanilla extract, I used we did a dark rum, we did a bourbon, and we did a vodka. So we had one of each, a rum, a bourbon, and actually no, we did 4. We did a Di Serono, a rum, a vodka, and a whiskey. My favorite would either have been the whiskey or bourbon or the Di Serono because it's like a cherry almond flavor. And then the vodka was my least favorite because I felt like the alcohol flavor really still came through even after sitting for like 6 to 9 months. So I didn't feel like it was as sweet. But you can really use any alcohol. And you can actually use vegetable glycerin if you want to do an alcohol-free version. If you don't drink or can't consume alcohol for whatever reason. Hi, NMD, how are you? Hello from Silver State, but Silver's in a different state, true. I gave him a bottle, was it you? Okay, we're also going to do another one with, this one was a gift that Funky's not really a giant fan of. This is Santa Teresa 1796 Solera Venezuelan rum. Oops. All right, got this. Throw this that fell on the floor into the dishwashing. Now here's the question is, can I reach another one? I can, perfect. Okay, we're gonna make 2. Fancy seeing you here. All right, so I have some more vanilla beans. So we're gonna repeat the process. I like to do 3 in each. You can do more if you want. I get my vanilla beans on Amazon because my grocery store doesn't always have them. And I think it's like anywhere between $10 and $12 for like 12 pods. So they're about $1 a pod. So much better than store-bought vanilla though. You know, right? I'm never hanging out with Kyle. Never. All right, this one is the Venezuelan rum. This one was a gift for his birthday. This is really bitter for a dark rum. But these have been sitting on our bar and we're not using them, so I figured why not turn them into vanilla extract? It's gonna be interesting to see how this one turns out because that legit smells like cough syrup. Okay, let's write down what this one is. Santa Teresa 1796 vanilla. 3, 2, 1, 2, 6. I like to put the date because then I know when it will be ready. So these vanilla extracts will be ready in about 6 months. Oh, these got stuck to the counter. Darn it. I leaned on where they were supposed to be sticking out of. Hopefully that one is good. Because then it gives it a use. Exactly. That's the idea, is that like instead of this just sitting and collecting dust, which it literally has been doing dust on the thing, on the lid, it'll give it a use. So same with the Bacardi Reserve. Like it's not Funky's favorite, so it just kind of sits. But and I of course can't drink, so this gives us 2. Now we have 2 vanilla extracts that will be ready in about 6 months. I'll probably end up using them between 5 and 6 months. We'll see how they smell and how they're looking between August and September. So these will be ready before the baby's here. So we'll put them in the back of the pantry, keep them at room temp, and just once a week we'll shake them. I am gonna have to use some store-bought vanilla for a while because your girl did not keep up with this. So none of us technically hang out with Kyle. The online stuff isn't real. You don't say. All right, put these things back in the drawer. And then I need to store the remaining 6 vanilla extract pods in a bag. Yeah, NMD was talking about hanging out in her streams. Wasn't meant to be taken too literally. You and Funky don't drink much, do you? Definitely not as much as we used to when we were younger. I, of course, am not drinking at all right now, but
No. Even before I got pregnant, neither one of us was drinking very much. And definitely not these things. These were, like, the Bacardi Reserve was on sale around his birthday, and he got that as a gift to himself. And then this was a gift for his birthday from somebody else. And as you can see, they were both sitting with, like, a drink's worth out of them on the bar for the last almost, his birthday's in 5 months, so for the last 7 months, they've been sitting there with, like, a drink's worth taken out of them. So clearly they're not super popular in this house. Does Funky get sick of it because of work? I don't know that I would say that. Honestly, more than likely he would tell you that the way that the customers are at his work, it makes him want to drink. But, they've been having really shitty customers lately. Really just entitled people who are rude and just don't care about other humans. All right, so this has been chilling in the fridge for a few. We're gonna start rolling this out and cutting it. I think I'm gonna decide what I want to use as a cookie cutter for these. I want to do something a little bit smaller than a drinking glass to make them Thin Mint size. I don't think I have a cookie cutter that would be the right size, but I feel like this is a little small. And so, like, they're a little bit bigger than this. In Eugene wrapped. What? People have gotten so bad in general. Yep, your phone has no idea what's going on. Alright, what would be a good size to cut these? Is this any bigger than that? A little bit, but not by much. We can just make them mini Thin Mints, I guess. So we're gonna use this as our cutter. I need a rolling pin. Actually, wait, this might be better. This is more like a Thin Mint size. Let's use this bowl. That's better. Yeah, that's a better thing. Put this back. Because this is just a little bit too small. Okay. I'm gonna get out a couple things to keep this from sticking to the counter. MG Bessie, you good? Okay. We are going to spray down our work surface a little. I'm going to put some flour on our rolling pin. Put some flour on the counter. Rinse this off my hands, and then we're gonna get a little bit of the cookie dough out. Need a kitchen towel. Fun work story. We got a call asking our most recent electric bill, trying to get us a swap. IT guy took the call, set the phone down for 18 minutes while he was looking. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Yikes. The lady called back for him. Oh no. Dang, this actually got pretty frozen in just a little bit. Hi Andrew, how's it going? Alright. I'm gonna do that much and I'm gonna put this in the fridge while we roll that out so it doesn't get too warm. Stay. It's a funny moment. It's going? Heck yes. Adam, I am never fully good, she says. I'm gonna try to work this flour in just a little bit. I don't want them to be too floury. I just don't want it to stick to the counter. Maybe Pam is the better way to go. Hi, Noodle. How are ya? Noodle, do they have Girl Scout cookies in Singapore? All right. I'm gonna start cutting these with the little bowl. You can, of course, use a cookie cutter, but I'm trying to keep these around the size of an actual Thin Mint, and the cookie cutters that I have are a little bit too big for that or a little bit too small. So we are cutting them to about that size, which is about the size of a Thin Mint from the store. Since I've never made these, I don't know how much they're going to spread. So my thought is I'm going to cut a tray's worth and put them in the fridge to chill for a few while I cut the rest. And then we'll bake some while those chill, and then we'll melt the chocolate and we'll just kind of repeat that process. Tired? I feel you, Noodle. I feel you on that. You getting a snack, Marquito? But if they're chilled, they will spread less, which is a good thing. Want to grab a coffee tomorrow? We should grab one. Well, you're nowhere near here. We have Girl Guides cookies here. Do they have a chocolate mint one? That's kind of what we're making. Copycat version of that. Andrew, we are making a copycat version of Girl Scout Thin Mints. Got 6 of them. Rocket, I think you got all the food out of that bowl, buddy. Like pushing it across the floor. 7. And 8. Okay. Adam, you're in Michigan, not Florida. Well, so true. All right. Here is our first tray. These are going to go in the fridge to chill for a few. Actually, no, these are going to go in the freezer to chill for a few. And we're going to cut some more. Leave here in like 5 minutes. Whoa. Why do you not want to do a long road trip? Because you start a job on Monday. So it's probably not ideal for you to not show up on your first day. Just saying. All right, roll this out. Try to get these pretty thin. A little bowl, not the most ideal cookie cutter, but it's working. 3, 4. Baby like garlic bread? Yes. 5. 6. Chocolate mint and chocolate cream. 7. kind of fell apart when I picked it up. I think these are the right size, the right thickness to be like Thin Mints. It'll be interesting to see if the consistency is good after baking them. What are you using as a cookie cutter? A little mini prep bowl. Because my circle cookie cutters are too big or too small. I want something that's like the size of a Thin Mint or an Oreo. So I'm just using a little prep bowl, which is the closest that I had. I could drive down tonight, we grab coffee, and then I drive back, make it in time for work. I don't think that that's true. You're gonna have to drive really fast, bro. Okay, that's 4. 5. Hi, Groot. What's up, bud? 6. This is all. Remember another flavor from back then? Yeah, I haven't bought store-bought ones. I didn't buy any last year. Now I'm learning to make them myself because of all the reports of ingredients that are bad for you that are in them. And they didn't come out and deny it. They just said, oh, well, we didn't add those things in there. They just naturally occur in the soil. Great. So there's just lead and arsenic and things like that in the soil that you grow your ingredients in. Wonderful. We love that. Not. Try to fit 2 more on here. If you guys haven't already, there was a video that dropped yesterday, banana bread coffee syrup. Would love some feedback on the style of that video. If you enjoyed it, if you have constructive things you would change, etc. All right, so that's 9 on that tray. Can't play my walk-on. Hi, Logan. How's it going? Yep, no walk-ons on here because copyright is much more strict. How's your day going, Logan? We're making homemade Thin Mints. Do you have a favorite Girl Scout cookie? All right, so these have been chilling for a few. I'm gonna pop these in the oven. I'm gonna put this tray in the freezer. We're gonna get a 3rd tray ready and start cutting some more. I need another piece of parchment paper. Speaking of which, how did that baking soda tip work for you? I haven't tried it yet, but that's good to know for the future. Thank you so much for that. I did see that comment. Yeah, that was like, here was me using like a soapy rag as soon as it cooled down, trying to get as much off of it as I could, trying to use like a scraper to get the brown bits that weren't coming up. Doing okay. Favorite Girl Scout cookie isn't being made anymore. What was it? Sorry, Noodle. Noodle's like, well, now I want some. But Jedi, I'm sure it will not be the last time I boil something over and need to know that trick. So thank you for that. How's your day going? All right, we're at half the dough or so, almost completely rolled out and cut. This dough is really easy to work with. It rolls out really easily. It cuts well, it transfers well after cutting. I'm very pleased with that. Two more. Transfer those. I think we can probably get at least 2 more out of this. Chocolate Chunk, their version of chocolate chip. These are a case every year. I really like Samoas, and I think they're now called peanut butter patties, but they used to be called tagalongs. Funky's favorite is Thin Mints, which I also like. They're not my favorite, but baking soda to scrub my stove for years. Works great on grease, too. So good to know. Jedi coming in with all the good knowledge. I wonder if we could find a copycat version of those online that we could make the chocolate chunks that are not in existence anymore. I bet we could. I know I've found versions of the Thin Mints and Samoas. The trefoils or whatever, the shortbread ones, those would be really easy to recreate too. Let's see, I know this is a really small amount, but let's see if we can't get one more. Perfect. And that's all the scrap dough that we have from half the dough, which is perfect. How much are those spreading? Not much, which is good. Let's get this tray out of the freezer and pop these in the oven for a few. We're going to transfer this tray to the bottom. Put this tray that was frozen on the top and put the tray we just cut in the freezer. Doing a little assembly line of switching things around here. Found a box of Thin Mints I apparently bought during COVID and lost in the freezer. Oh no. Okay. So these only bake 8 to 10 minutes, and then once they're cool, they get dunked in the chocolate topping. All right, so we're done with the flour. Put this back in the pantry. And we already have our chocolate chips and oil and vanilla mixed. We just need to melt, and peppermint mixed. Just need to melt them. I'm gonna get out the rest of the dough that was chilling in the fridge. And then I'm also gonna set a cooling rack out, actually 2 cooling racks out on the counter. So we can put the cookies on there after they come out of the oven, to make room to get more cookies on the trays. Back was waiting for my train to be announced. Well, welcome back. Yeah, I think the last time we bought Girl Scout cookies was like 2 or 3 years ago. Ice Cream Posse and Chef Nagin found Girl Scouts at a festival they were at selling them. And she bought us some since we weren't there and wanted to find some. The Girl Scouts are definitely not as all over the place as they used to be in my area. It's really chilled though. Scraping that up. Perfect. All right. Work a little bit of flour into that. And get that ready to be rolled out. This is very much an easy dough to work with. It's very Play-Doh-like. I'm very excited about how easy it is to work with. They used to have ones called Allabouts, shortbread with a chocolate bottom. Ooh. Yeah, the ones that were the Girl Scout logo, I think they used to be called trefoils or something like that. Those shortbread ones, my dad loves those. I love Samoas. All right, spray the counter down. That's working much better than flour. Flip that over. And start rolling this out. I guess the Pam top would have also worked as a cutter, to be honest. Start getting these cut. And then, did you already go to the baby shower, or are you on your way to the baby shower? Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get these. Scoop all the edges around. Rinse my hands off, and we're gonna get that first tray out. It should be about done. Oh yeah. All right, first tray is baked. You can see this one that I flipped over, slightly golden brown. Well, you know, slightly browned on the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer these carefully to cooling rack so that they will cool faster, because if they are too warm, when we dunk them in the chocolate's not gonna stick. We were exhausted yesterday. We didn't take photos after Eid prayers. Yeah, you guys probably had a really busy time from everything it sounded like you guys have been doing during Ramadan, so it makes perfect sense. All right, this tray is going on the bottom from the freezer. We're gonna transfer these to the tray. Oh no, uh-oh. These got too warm. All right, we need the flour. I shouldn't have put it away so soon. All right, I'm gonna just set this to the side in case we need it again. The problem with this is that it ends up getting too warm really quickly, and then it's tough to roll it all out. See the new Spider-Man trailer? I did not. Slightly more intentional for today. So I have some memories for later years, of course. Set reminders on your phone or alarms on your phone that will kind of like force you to do it, you know? What's the new Spider-Man movie called? Is it an animated one or is it live action? I know they made that one animated one recently. The one that the Post Malone song was in. That sunflower or whatever. Blue sunflower. Alright, cutting a couple more of these out. Even without you liking coconut? Wait, what? What about coconut? It's the live action with Tom Holland. Is it? I think he's a decent Spider-Man. It's not that I don't like coconut. I'm picky about coconut. I've pivoted from saying I don't like it to saying I'm picky about it because I really honestly, that's I think a better accurate or a more accurate way to say it, or a better way to say it, is that I'm just really picky about what I like coconut in and how much coconut I like. All right, this tray is going in the freezer to chill. Tray on the top rack is coming out of the oven. Tray on the bottom rack is getting transferred to the top. And then we're gonna go ahead transfer these to the cooling rack. Perfect. I think this was the perfect size using that little bowl. So they're like the size of an Oreo or a Thin Mint. For reference. What do you see out there, Groot? Is there any lizards? Birds? We see. Okay. Got a whole second tray done. Now I'm on the Amtrak home. Quite the travel day, but also not horrible. 2.5 hours each way. That's a long way. Really nice, and baby will be so spoiled, but I'm tired. Yeah. I don't doubt it. That's a long travel day. For sure. Perfect. I grew up not liking the texture of coconut to loving it in savory and sweet dishes. Yeah, and your taste buds change every 7 years, they say. So, I mean, in the 7-year span, your body is made up of completely new cells. By that point, so. Let's cut some more. Like, there's plenty of things I like as an adult that I didn't like as a kid, you know? As an adult, I can eat broccoli without cheese sauce, you know? I eat cauliflower as an adult, which I did not as a kid. I eat cooked carrots as an adult. Cabbage I didn't like as a kid. Couple things, you know? What you doing, Groot? Get out of the pantry. Hey, get out of the pantry. Out. There's nothing in there for you. Thank you. Was there good food at the baby shower, Mindy? All right, get 2 more out of this. All right, we have too many on this tray, I think, but they're not spreading too much, so we might be okay. I still don't like the taste of tempeh as much. Yeah, and that's, I mean, some things change and some things don't with your taste buds, you know? A lot of the things I eat as an adult, I would have never eaten as a kid, you know? Expansion of your palate. ultrasound picture. You're so sweet. Are you so excited for your baby brother or sister? He's like, what did I do? You're good, buddy. You're not in trouble. That's so cute. You're so nice. You're so nice. You're not in trouble. It's okay. It's like you know. Is that what that is? That's so nice, Goody. Good boy. All right. We officially have them all cut. All right, this tray is coming out. This tray is going to the freezer. Yes, sir. And this tray that was in the freezer is going in the oven. You definitely don't have to chill these as long as she said you do. All right, let's put these ones on the cooling rack over here. Good boy, Groot. That's the second time he's done that with the ultrasound pictures on the fridge as well. No. Protect the little baby, yes. He's so cute. All right, we're done with the flour, so let's put that away. We're gonna wipe off the Pam and put that away. And then we're gonna clean up the counter with a bench scraper. For anybody who was following the hot sauce saga from yesterday about the fact that we didn't have any hot sauce, I did go ahead and purchase a giant thing of hot sauce again. Funky wasn't doing nearly as much hot sauce with his acid reflux flare up. And he was so sad last night when he found out we didn't have any more hot sauce to dip his pizza in. I have restocked it. It's already here. Overnighted some from Amazon. Okay. Now we got a damp paper towel. Wipe that down. Perfect. And a rag to clean the counter. But he is. Noodle, you're so right. Rag out of the way. Wash my hands. I have chocolate cookie dough all in my nail beds. That's okay. Worth it. All right, so that tray's baking, and we have another tray in the freezer. We need some parchment paper. Oh, there's cookie dough all over my arm. To put underneath these cooling racks. Actually, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get out the giant tray. Sorry, we're gonna get out the giant tray. And we're gonna put parchment paper on both sides and then transfer the cooling racks so that we can get all the excess chocolate to run off. Off work, how's it going? Good. We have a couple of our Thin Mints baked and cooling. We have a tray in the oven and we have a tray in the freezer chilling. Okay. I'm trying to let these cool enough that we can put the coating on them without messing anything up. So this tray that was in the freezer is gonna go on the bottom rack for a few. Wonder if I put this in there? I can. All right, we're gonna pop that tray in the freezer to chill those for just a few. Remember to keep hydrated. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have a giant thing of electrolytes. All right, we're gonna start melting down our chocolate with the peppermint and oil. Somebody's phone hotspot on this train is Roach. All right, 30 seconds. And then we give this a stir. This is chocolate chips with peppermint extract and a little bit of vegetable oil. Oh no, I dropped the chocolate chip. Where did it go? Ah, I got it. 30 more seconds. Ugh. So excited to have a leftover night tonight. I have my electrolytes in this water bottle. Amazon finally had the Bomb Pop flavor back in stock. So I bought some because it's my favorite. All right, those ones need another minute. After 30 more seconds, we're gonna stir this again with the emojis. An eye. Eye, lips, eye. That's so strange. Whoa! What's out there, Groot? Thirty more seconds. How was work today, Caps? Was it a good day? Hopefully so. All right. Another stir. We're getting there. We're not quite melted enough yet. Definitely making progress though. 30 more seconds. All right, this tray is coming out of the oven. And the bottom tray is going on the top rack so that they don't burn. We're getting the timing of all this very right, and I'm very pleased. We need to fill our mixing bowl up with some soapy water so that the cookie dough doesn't stick. Oh yeah. Much more melted. Peppermint or mint extract? We did peppermint because that's what I had. Day was good? Heck yes. All right, so now that this tray has chilled in the freezer, We can go ahead and start dunking these in the chocolate. And placing them back on the cooling rack. So I'm going to use a fork for this. I'm going to take my cookie and dunk it in the chocolate. And then place it on the cooling rack. And then we're just gonna repeat that process. Put it in, flip it over, shake off the excess with the fork. Fork works better than a spoon for this, for shaking off the excess in my opinion, because it helps to let it go through the prongs of the fork. This is gonna be good. All right. This spoon that we stirred it with needs to go. Oh, and if you guys missed it, by the way, I posted in the Discord server with an update in case anybody happened to miss who won any of the giveaway prizes yesterday, just for the sake of transparency and keeping everybody informed. I posted all the giveaways and all the results of who won each item. We gave away 2 Steam gift cards, 2 Amazon gift cards, a ton of copies of Prop Hunt, and a digital cookbook. People in the community sponsored more copies of Prop Hunt, as well as a magnet and a sticker. So I put all the details for all that in there. I hope we have enough chocolate for all these. Might have done some of these a little too thick. We're trying to keep that in mind for the next few. So far, this recipe is very easy. The dough cooperated very much, which I'm very pleased about. Claim mine when I'm home. Oh, you're good. No worries. The one that I listed in the Discord that was unclaimed, the person hasn't added me on Steam. And I'm going to give them a day or two to do that and send them a message. And if they don't get in touch with me, then we will pay that forward to somebody else. Because I still have the money sitting in my Steam. And if they're not going to claim it, then I can't send it to them if they don't add it. So. Who needs cookies when you can use that measuring cup of chocolate? Yeah, I mean, you can just eat this with a spoon, right? We had about 10 people max for Prop Hunter last night. We'll definitely be playing that again if you won a copy of that yesterday. So definitely keep an eye on the Discord and the stream schedule for more Prop Hunter nights. Hopefully we can get a bigger lobby next time. So we can have up to 16 people play at once. last tray out of the oven before they burn. Perfect. All right, and oven off. Huzzah. All right. I definitely don't think this is going to be enough chocolate. I might have done them a little too thick on some of them. And or this recipe just really underestimates how much chocolate you need. Both are possible. Save some for ice cream. Ooh, good idea. Good idea. If these turn out good, I'll definitely make them again because Thin Mints are Funky's favorite Girl Scout cookie. My next venture will be to make Samoas. That's what NMD was asking about the coconut. Yes, I am picky about coconut, but I love Samoas. I also like the macaroon cookies that are like cherry almond. So it's like almond extract and shaved coconut and vanilla extract. And then they have the cherry on top. So the macaroons, not macarons, like not the sandwich cookie, but the little coconut cluster ones. You guys will have to excuse me as time goes on. My brain power is definitely being diverted to growing a human, and I am feeling much less intelligent. Things are going right over my head very easily. I'll have thicker coated cookies. Perfect. Hi, Aspinator. How's it going? Figured it out eventually. I did. Texting. Cookies look fantastic. They are turning out pretty freaking good so far. Guys, make sure if you haven't already that you like this video. If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you do that as well. As a heads up to all of you who hang out on the purple side, we met the Plus program goal to keep a 60-40 split there for another year. And we also unlocked yesterday a Discord food picture catch-up day live stream. That will happen for March food photos on the final day of the month. Going awesome. I got an interview. Yes, you told us that yesterday. Told us that yesterday. Thin Mints in the freezer. Yeah, Funky likes to do that too. I think a lot of people prefer their Thin Mints chilled. Excuse me. All right. not the prettiest on the second half here, since I'm scraping some of the chocolate off, but isn't I? Thank you. I appreciate you. But if they taste good, the goal is not to make them perfect. The goal is to make them taste good. I definitely think if these were this easy, that the tagalongs or whatever they're called these days, peanut butter patties or something, would be easy to do as well, because it's probably just a shortbread cookie and then you put some peanut butter and then freeze that and dunk it in chocolate. So kind of a similar concept. Where's Nagin to say bless you? She is at the shop. It is opening day at Jeff and Maria's. Hanging out there earlier. It is quite busy. They are packed. Nobody has any time to talk to the stream at all. All right. So we have this whole set. Setting. All right. Throw away these parchment papers. I don't have much chocolate left in here though, so I don't think it's going to be enough for all of them, but that's all right. Got a whole nother set here. You're done with all of those trays, which is great. And we can put away oven mitts and the spatula. Okay. I don't know how many more we will really be able to dunk in the chocolate, but we will see. I think actually these are probably going to have to set before I do another batch, because I need to be able to move these and I want the chocolate to be able to run off. Yeah, so I'm going to pop this tray in the freezer. Okay, please don't fall. Perfect. Got any pretzels? I do have pretzels. Monkey bought pretzels for me last weekend for the salted caramel pretzel chocolate chip cookies. I guess I could do some of these that are the most chilled ones and just put them on the parchment paper. Yeah, running out of chocolate. Oh no. That's okay. In a worst case scenario, we could crush these cookies up and put them in some ice cream. Oh no. All right, this one's too warm, falling apart. All right. Definitely those need to chill longer. Learned my lesson. For sure. Learned my lesson. For sure. Dipping those in chocolate drizzling with peanut butter. That would be good. All right, so this second half needs to sit and chill. Faux show. But I'm gonna put a fork here and we'll put this back in the microwave. Boom. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I don't even mind. Hour 55, about. Hour 40, not too bad. All right, we successfully made our Thin Mints. Now they're just gonna have to set. Deep freezer. I don't have a way to put them in the deep freezer where they won't fall. The problem with the deep freezer is it's so packed full still, which is a blessing. It's not a problem. But it is so packed full still that I don't really have a place to put anything to store them in there. So we have, like, it's not flat. I have tons of racks of ribs that are stacked. And then I have a basket that is stacked full of pork chops and things like that. So I don't have a flat place in the deep freezer to put them. So they'll just have to sit on the counter and chill. I was definitely too tired to enjoy the food I was eating yesterday. What did you have? Tell us about it. Tell us about it. Maybe it's the lights not being on that makes this look like this. No, it still looks strange. Has the meats. We do have a ton of meat still. So blessed to have so much meat, honestly. So blessed. We've still got tons of pork shoulder, ribs, ground beef, ground bison, ribeyes, a couple pounds of ground chicken, some pork chops, some bacon. We don't have any more chicken drumsticks, but I can actually get those at Walmart. It's Tiny Human. It's an Adam. Hello? You guys, I have to post a picture of this in the Discord, but look how full it got. So sweet. So cute. Spicy chicken gizzards, heart, and young jackfruit curry, plus the other foods I had cooked for Eid at Granny's. Ooh. Hi, Ink Life. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Looks great, doesn't it? It's super cute. Well, we have successfully made Thin Mints. And I'm very excited to see how they taste after chilling. We're going to have to let them set for a little while, so I'll take finished product pictures after the chocolate sets. And then maybe I'll like snap one in half so you guys can see the inside. And the recipe is not my recipe, but it's in the video description. And yeah. But it's from Sally's Baking Addiction. You can also get it by typing !menu, and it'll be in the video description for the VOD as well. Will you frame it once the baby can't fit in it anymore? I haven't decided yet. We'll definitely keep it, but I don't know if we'll frame it or not. I don't know. Until we know the baby's gender, I don't have a nursery plan yet, so have to figure out what we will do with it. Doing good. How about yourself? Doing good. We just made some Thin Mints and they smell delicious. I'm very excited to try them later for dessert. Heck freaking yes. And it's a leftover night here. How are the names going to stay on there? Not saying the baby has to wear it or anything. It's really meant to be more of a keepsake piece than something the baby's going to wear consistently. Also keep in mind that this is a 0 to 3, so the baby's not going to be able to wear it for a very long time. It'll probably likely be that like once the baby's here, we put the baby in it, bring the baby on stream, take some pictures, and then this just goes into the closet or into their nursery as a keepsake piece. We looked into a couple different options yesterday with chat. There's some kind of sealant we can put on it. Supposedly we can also put a cloth between it and the onesie and the iron and iron it to keep it. But it's definitely not something I want the baby to wear all the time because the baby could throw up on it or spit up on it or poop in it. So yeah. So it won't be something that the baby wears on a regular basis. It's more meant to be like a keepsake piece for the baby.
like a, hey, we told all the community about you and look how many people were so excited to celebrate, you know? That kind of thing. So, and framing is a decent idea too, so maybe we'll frame it. I don't know yet. But yeah, meant to be like a keepsake piece, so. Kind of like a, look how many people were excited and supporting us during our journey when we told everybody about you, kind of thing. So, yeah. Hang it on the nursery wall, and we may. I don't have a plan for the nursery yet. Until we know the gender, I'm kind of like leaving that open until we figure that out. But absolutely a great idea. A great idea. So, YouTube upload schedule. Been uploading every single day since March 4th. This is today's upload. And then tomorrow I will be uploading the weekly check-in, which I need to go and get finished up. And then Monday there is an evening in my life off stream that will be posted. It's actually already ready to go. So make sure you guys go and check those things out. We have a Path to Monetization playlist that has all the videos that count towards monetization. So those are all the ones to be watching to help us build watch time. Thank you so much, Ink Life. Yeah, the green names would definitely disappear, 100%. 100%. But thank you guys so much for hanging out today for Thin Mints, and this VOD will be posted with a recipe link in the description. I will let you guys know in the community Discord server when the next YouTube live stream will be. There will absolutely be another cooking stream coming up this week, but I'm still finalizing my schedule, so I will keep you guys posted. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video